online. So I don't have an exciting story for this one. This was an eBay purchase last month. But he finally came. Now this is a line that you and I both love, Rob. And it's one of those, I never had this character in the line when I was a kid. So now that I've gone down once again the comic book hole, I thought I would pick this guy up. And he is minty, so I got to be very careful. As you know, with these Secret War characters, the paint comes off.
Oh boy,
pretty quickly. So there's my symbiote Spider-Man. Just probably one of the most gorgeous figures I have. Look at that shine.
It's nice condition. I like it.
The spider on both sides is perfect. The eyes are perfect. And you can't hold the Secret War characters by the chest because the paint rubs off. The Venom story, of course, leads into the Carnage story. So this is where it all begins here with the symbiote suit. And I love it. I love how Spider-Man, dabbles in the dark side. So it's a really awesome story. Everyone knows this story. I'm not going to educate you guys. Everyone knows the Venom story. But this is one I never had in the line. I had the original Spider-Man. I still do. But I had to go to eBay for this one. But I couldn't resist because of how minty he was.
It's funny because you have Symbiote Spidey there from Secret Wars, a figure from a vintage collection you never had. And of course, I got Slash here. Again, when I collect vintage, my go-to is stuff that I never had. It's easier kind of sell mentally. Yeah. And then you feel like you almost never stopped getting the figures as a kid. So that's interesting. Exactly. I always have a problem with the Secret War guys. I mean, like you said, the paint rubs off.
Yeah.
And I never found that there was quite enough detail within the sculpt because it's just like one solid kind of mass. And so Daredevil in particular and Symbiote Spidey are, for me, the least appealing of all the characters, and Iceman, but he's an European exclusive, yada yada.
No way. This guy's fabulous. I think for whatever reason, I never liked the way Captain America looks. I'm just looking at them on my shelf, and Doctor Doom is ghastly. He's horrible looking.
Yeah, he needs a cape or something.
Yeah, his hood's all like chopped off, and I get it's a molded head, but still. Anyway, and he wasn't actually, he's a little expensive, but not too bad. So
what did you pay for it? Tell us what you paid.
I don't talk about that stuff online.
Well, I'm asking.
Well, we'll talk after the show. We'll talk backstage.
Tell us.
I know
you're a vintage pro shelfer. Come on. Tell us about how much dollies cost you.
It was under 100.
Oh yeah. You got some friend deals happening then, huh?
Yeah.
I got you. Okay. Well, it's funny that we're talking superheroes because everybody's saying number 2 for me. So this is the one. Because here we go. I got a superhero, and it is a Marvel Legends.
Oh! What is it with Marvel Legends this month? Oh, there you go.
I don't know. So this is Surfer. This is the Obsidian Surfer. There's been a couple of different Silver Surfers that they've released so far for Marvel Legends. And this is the newest one. It is a Walgreens exclusive, which is a pharmacy chain in America. But they also do have a toy section, and they do get some exclusives from time to time. He comes with Mjolnir, and this is from the storyline that, of course, our good friend Glenn told us about a couple of weeks back when we talked about it. He comes from the not too distant future back in time to battle King Thanos. So I wanted to get a Surfer figure while I could. It's a US exclusive, so I went to eBay. So that means it's an eBay exclusive for us Canadians. And it wasn't that expensive. I actually got it from a Canadian collector, so I didn't have to pay, crazy shipping and no duty. So I thought, this is a done deal for me for sure.
Good. Yeah.
It's minty. It's new. It was here quick, a couple days because it came from in Canada, which was nice. And pretty happy about that one. So my Legends collection seems to be growing. Probably not at the rate of yours.
Well,
but it's growing.
I had a few beers the other night. I had a lot of beers the other night, and I went on Big Bad Toy Store and I clicked Marvel Legends. And boy, did I ever find my Spider-Man guys. I think I have Venom and Vulture on the way. I know that. I'm just like, oh God. Woke up the next day. I'm like, oh, what did I do? When a figure line comes out and you're like, oh, that's so cool, but I don't need that. I don't need that figure. What am I going to do with that one guy? Well, I found that one guy.
Yeah, how does that figure complete it? Like, I've got enough toys. I don't need another one.
Yeah, but it's a movie line figure too, so it's not like from a cartoon or anything, which is fine. But it's like, what am I gonna do with that one figure? And I get the one figure in my hand. What am I gonna do with Marty McFly? What am I gonna do with him? But I kept saying that to myself, and then I found the whole wave actually, and I decided I was just going to do one. So I got classic Marty from the very first film. Let's see if it's not too reflective. There's Marty. Yeah, I know you're not huge on it. I really dig the Marty, and the Biff is great. I didn't like the what's it called? The radiation suit one. But this is from NECA, of course, our good pals at NECA. There he is right there, yeah. And this is pretty much comes with everything that he uses in the first film. So he's got the guitar from the beginning, his backpack, skateboard, camcorder, and his cool guy head with the glasses. It was really tough between this and the second Back to the Future Marty, but I had to go classic. Yeah, so that's it. And I know you're disappointed in me, but I don't care.
I'm just glad you didn't get the radiation diaper figure because
I couldn't. I looked at it. I was like, no. As much as I love,
you see what I mean?
Yeah. The scene's great, but the figure's like, nah, can't do that.
Does he come with a Van Halen tape at least?
I didn't look at it long enough, honestly. I spent a lot of time looking at Biff. Biff looks amazing. It's 50s Biff, right? It's so good.
I think my favorite of all the Back to the Future figures is 50s Doc, 1955 Doc. I think he looks the coolest.
I haven't seen him. That's the only one I haven't seen is Doc. Yeah.
He's got the expression on his face when the model lights on fire.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. So I'm going to get Doc if I see him, obviously. But there you go.
Right, Jay, there seems to be a tie for number 2 and number 3 for your second figure. So now we'll ask everybody to do the same thing for me as I showcase my first figure. And that is a figure I got from our friend Scott that we mentioned earlier. Now, so this is a vintage pickup, a rare vintage pickup for Papa McCallum Claus, and that is Slash, the original TMNT. Wow. Now, I never had Slash. He came out just as I ended my TMNT love, but it is a character I have been fascinated with for a long time. I thought it was cool because he's, like an evil turtle. You got to love the evil doppelgangers, whether it's Faker or Anti-Eternia He-Man, or I know it's just like a palette swap in 90% of the cases, but it's cool. And in this version, you may notice that he has a magenta belt with a yellow letter, and he has a mustard front. Now, Slash, for whatever reason, maybe some of you hardcore shelfers out there can tell me, why are there so many variants? Slash has more common a black belt with a yellow S, but a bright yellow front shell piece versus this. So the magenta belt is one of the more rare iterations, but there's like 5 or 6 that mix match different belts. Sometimes the S isn't colored, sometimes it is. It's just a cool figure, and there's another accessory that came with it, the nunchucks that don't really go anywhere. I put everything in the hands that I could, but it's in good shape. Lots of it's pretty stiff still, which is nice, not too loose, and a good representation of the figure. So thanks to Scott for hooking me up with this guy, and I'm glad to add him to my collection.
Yeah, he's very cool. I had Slash. Actually, he was one of the last ones I got, and I think I traded for him, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, he was used in quite a few mix-up games for sure. He's a cool character.
I entered a dangerous path and bought into a line, again, for Action Figure Adventure, because it just so happens to fill a need of something that I haven't done. So it was a great excuse, great jumping off point. And that is to dip my toes in the amazingly, yet not so affordable world of Mezco, and specifically their 112 collective line. And I got 2 figures from them, but the one I want to showcase this week is this Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy Krueger 112th collective. Now, I'll show you the back of the box. I've already taken the figure out, so you'll get a good look at it. But just in case you've never purchased a Mezco figure like I had and I didn't know what to expect, this is a 6-inch scale figure. You can see it comes with the standard array of hands that point fingers in different directions. In this case, trash can lids, multiple faces, and removable hat, in this case for Freddy as well. So, and it's a slip case, so you can see all the accessories inside. They're all just kind of thrown in there. If you want to just display it as a bubble, it works. I think that the plastic is a little too thick for it to really be a display piece on a shelf. And if you're going to spend this kind of money, which I think was about 90 US on a 6-inch figure, you probably want to take it out and look at it. And the thing I like about the Mezco 112 collective line is the soft goods. So there's Freddy right there. Not overly baggy, just comfortably wearing clothes, I find. Doesn't look out of proportion, doesn't look like, he's in some sort of Halloween costume that's meant to fit over a coat so you stay warm. Great articulation, actually really stiff joints and articulate. Unlike NECA, I feel like I can move this around anywhere without fear of it breaking. Super cool.
Sorry, is that Mezco? You said that's Mezco?
Yeah, Mezco 112.
Oh, they're great, man.
So this is the first Mezco I've purchased, and I had to purchase it for the series because we talk about soft goods and clothing and different action figure materials. And I thought, why not get something cool like a horror figure, since we've been talking about horror figures a little bit more lately as well. So I got a Freddy Krueger.
Mezco gets thumbs up in my books. I have 2 Daredevils and a Punisher, all based on the Netflix show, and they are amazing figures. Yeah, the cloth is great. Like Freddy's sweater is supposed to be a tiny bit baggy on the chest. They do it perfectly. My Daredevil stuff, it's tight where it needs to be tight, and it's awesome. Yeah,
and you can look at the difference between the sweater, which again is supposed to be a little bit looser, and the pants, which fit really, really well, are almost tapered to the individual and don't look out of place, don't have a different sheen, have a nice matte finish. So great figure in my books, and I can't wait to shoot it and include it in the series. All right, Jay, which one of my figures are you showcasing for my second action figure spotlight? But your opinion weighing in on it.
Well, I recently got rid of all my DC Multiverse because enough's enough and I don't need to collect any more lines. And then lo and behold, I was out today, and of course I see this figure, which was, I messaged you right away when I saw it when I was out, and you're like, yep, grab me that. So I did. This is the Joker from The Killing Joke. I'm just going to let everyone look at that if you can see it, hopefully through the plastic. This is... Next to Heath Ledger's Joker, this is the coolest Joker in my opinion. It is just an absolutely horrific Batman story, very adult Batman story, but they've captured Joker perfectly. 7-inch scale. I'm not a fan of this line simply because I don't like McFarlane's plastic, which is a real shame. Oh yeah, sorry, it's called The Comedian, but it's from The Killing Joke. I don't like the plastic that they use for these figures. I also saw the Princess Bride figures today, and that was really tough to not get Wesley. That was so hard, but I let him go. Some great Spawn stuff, a lot of great Warhammer stuff from McFarlane. They're really killing it. Just like NECA, though, I just don't appreciate the plastic. So we got, of course, the iconic camera from the cover image and the bloody crowbar. We all know what happens with that bloody crowbar. So this was the one out of the ones I picked up for you, Rob. I think this was my favorite. The background's pretty sick, though.
I'm a little surprised you picked that one. I thought you were going to pick another one, and maybe when I get them in my possession, I can showcase.
He looks fantastic, but it's a Batman story that we both love. Sure, and just see the Joker from that particular story is great.
I decided I'm going to showcase a toy line that you actually introduced me to, Rob. It's the Mythic Legions. I got the Ice Troll from Mythic Legions, and this guy is absolutely amazing. The detail on him is spectacular. I wasn't sure about looking on him online. His little loincloth here is actually made of fur. And the detail that they put into this guy is absolutely amazing. The articulation on him isn't, too great. He's got some articulation, but you can't beat the detail in the face and the mouth with the loincloth. just in the skin and the color of them. I don't know if you guys can see, but
that's a gorgeous. I remember getting to see all those trolls up close in the box. And they're phenomenal, man. Those things are just incredible.
They've got several different trolls online. One of them, it just went on sale, and my wife is like, "No, you can't get them."
But he's on sale. He's on sale.
They don't last very.
It's a sale.
As soon as they get online, man, they're gone within a few hours. But he does come with this nifty little sword.
That's his weapon.
That's his weapon, and I'm not kidding. I mean, like
an actual shank.
Yeah, like a little hunting knife. But yeah, that's his weapon.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's
cow.
It's pretty nice, man. I'm excited to see what else they've got. I ordered another one of the Masters of the Universe line trolls that they got on pre-order right now. So I'm excited
to too.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see what that looks like when it comes in. It's got interchangeable heads, and I'm not sure what accessories it comes with, but I'm really excited to see that. The whole line is fantastic. I just kind of fell in love with it. So,
ladies and gentlemen, my favorite part about this entire story is you can clock and see the evolution of Nathan, I'm not a toy guy, saw you, to Tater, the official toy guy. It took all of 4 months to justify multiple $200, $300 figure purchases with wife approval, might I add. It's a beautiful thing, man. You're a shelfer. You've been messaging me. I'm rearranging my office for my toys. I just bought a shelf, and they're going to be on the display in the back. I can't wait to interrupt work meetings with people checking out my figures behind me. I'm going to take a selfie and send it to you. It's a good day, man. You're totally Tater the toy guy now.
Yeah, the first time you guys had me on the show was for I forget what it was for Holy Grails. And I didn't realize that I was going to have to actually present something on the show. And I didn't have any toys. I was like, I didn't know what to do. So I brought out my Holy Grail for video games, which was the little Samson. But
I was going to say, didn't you bring out Samson that day? I remember you.
I brought out little Samson. That was the only thing I had. And I was kind of desperate. And, it's got a great story because, Jay helped me, kind of, make sure that it was a real little Samson cartridge and everything like that. So, I mean, that was all I had, but yeah, now I've got quite a few and, little play sets in here. And, I've got shelves that are going to go up behind me with all the figures. And
here we go.
Yeah,
you've done mom and dad proud here, Tater. Way to go! You're growing up.
My wife wouldn't agree, but
we can sort that out later, as we always do.
Well,
we're gonna move.
You've got her wanting some toys now too. So
yes, we do. That's awesome. Oh, look, we got some illumination here behind Bill, who's showing off. That is pro shelving 101.
Who does this stuff? This is insane. I can't believe it.
We're too old for this.
I do. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, Bill, we're gonna jump to you now. Why don't you showcase us one of your dollies from your shelves and let us know why that's something you want to showcase?
Sure. Well, it's not up there. Let me go over here. 1 second.
Professional lighting. I love it. Remote controlled lighting. We need that.
I've got it. It's behind me. My clicker is,
Oh. Whoa.
This is Mesk.
Amazing. MESK.
Yes. Mesk. So these come in this 4-pack, and then they come in individual sets. Some of them the same mask, but this is my favorite one because the S is low. It's the whole thing is all screwed up. It's gun up here, like they don't, and then the font kind of goes everywhere. You got Wolf with Brimley in here. It's such a weird set. I remember when I saw this, I had to have it. It was like, nope, getting that right now. And people think the Argentina figures, the playful line, which we didn't talk about, they think that these are bootlegs, these Argentina playful figures, but these are actually licensed by Kenner to Playful to make. So you'll have very, kind of poorly made figures along the line. And if you're ever wondering what the difference is between them, look for weird color patterns. And the knee joints will be metal and not plastic. So you'll have a kind of a small gold mine on your hands if you find one of those. But no, that Mesk set, I love it. It's so.
I want a Mesk T-shirt now. That's what I want.
Peter Perkins.
I already have a logo made up. It pops up in my opening intro when it comes in because it's Mask, like Mask. Mask is what pops up.
Let's get that made. We're gonna contact our friend at Retro Regs that holds all our apparel. We're gonna get a Mesk shirt made. Okay. Where nobody's making any money off a T-shirt. Don't worry about the numbers. But Mesk shirts are going to be available if you've got the logo. We are definitely going to make that happen.
It's a fun piece to say.
Cool.
Yeah.
Jay, that brings it up to you. Your big Black Star, is it, or Brave Star? You got Brave Star Part 2 to reveal. What do you got?
I do. So I'm not going to reveal Mike's last name just because I don't know if he wants me to reveal his last name. But I met Mike on a toy group, and he literally had the entire line of Brave Star in box. So I was one of the first people to contact him. So I had literally my first pick. And of course, I took the sealed Fort Carrion. And then what am I going to take second? Well, I'm going to take probably the most expensive piece. The box is a little damaged, as most Mattel bubbles are from back in the day.
Wow.
That's 3030 still in the box. As you can see, the typical Mattel crack in the plastic.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's inevitable. But look at this guy. It's still got the old... reduced price of $550.
Yeah, I was going to say, what did it get reduced to? Twice or 3 times on there. It looks like.
3030 is just an incredible character, and I mean, it was a no-brainer. This sucker was a lot. He gave me a great deal, but I wanted to show that off on something special like the show today. So,
wait a second. Are you telling me you spent a lot of money on a horse?
Well, you see, he's a horse, a robot that also walks. Yeah.
Oh, so he's a robot horse. I'm sorry. Isn't that Stridor?
And he talks too.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wait, hold that box up again for a second. That doesn't say Mattel, it says Meshtel.
Yeah.
It's probably worth more now.
Oh my God, it does. No, this is legit.
No.
This is legit. So, hey, shout out to Mike. Mike said he was going to be watching tonight. So, dude, thanks for, I don't know, when do you ever see stuff like this? So, I appreciate it.
All right, well, that brings it to me and our big box of fun that we advertised at the beginning of the show from Justice Curry. I mean, look,
is that his face?
Yep.
I hope not. I don't know whose face that is, but
it looked like Vern or Ernest. Like
you just gotta open it here. Just gotta open these boxes. Yeah, I'm sorry, Justice, but I mean. Come on. I got so many looks. I was in the parking lot walking out with this thing. People from across the street were like giving me the side eye. It's probably a Mesk version of Justice Curry.
It might have been the Rancho Obi-Wan t-shirt and the suit jacket, but I don't know.
No. It's the lack of scarf. That got me the look. Okay.
Have you been to Rancho Obi-Wan, by the way?
Yeah. Where is your scarf?
Well, hey, the weather is getting warmer here. Scarves are just impractical. Okay. So here we go. Now, I just want to showcase this because every time that I've had dealings with Justice Curry, he's always packed stuff really nice. And so he posts on almost every toy forum out there. So this is the kind of packing job you're going to get. It's densely packed. You're not going to get something thrown in there. And he's a great person to buy stuff off of. So let's see what we got in here. Actually, you know what? I don't know where this has been or what's in there. So I'm just going to put these on. He probably sent me a heart from Jay's horse.
Might as well throw a mask on too, Ira.
You know what? I might do that. Germs.
Just
Live,
not the black.
live TV, folks. This is live TV. Here we go.
There we go. It's called building suspense. Showmanship. Oh my goodness.
Is that diapers? What is that?
This is the diapers I ordered.
Oh
my! Look at all this. It's like a water bed in here. Oh my goodness. Here we go. It's like the Truman Show. We're getting more views with this graphic. Oh my goodness. Now, do you know what this is, Jay?
That is Club Grayskull something?
Nope.
No.
Do you guys know what this is?
I have no
Bill,
clue.
do you know? So you're an Origins collector.
Ooh,
You've got some Origins.
I do.
So.
Oh, yes. Okay.
It's Dolph Lundgren.
Yes.
Now there is a slipcase that's in the box here. I'm not going to force it out right now, but this is the Comic-Con launch of Origins that has
Oh, wow. Oh, that is
Prince
beautiful.
Adam on one side and then He-Man on the other side.
Wow.
And it's the alternate version of He-Man because it comes with a dagger in the boot there. And of course, as you can see, we've got amazing art here. So cloth goods on Prince Adam there with the blue vest.
Yes, and it's
and
blue.
as you guys know, Prince Adam is my favorite Masters character. So when this came up, Justice, we were talking about another deal, and he said, "I've got this coming up. I know you're a Masters fan. Is this something of interest to you?" And I was like, "Yeah." I wasn't going to get it. I missed it when it first came out, but I'm so glad to add that to my collection. And there's one more thing in here. And you know what? He didn't add any trinkets in here at all. So he completely listened based on last time. But Jay, I think you're going to like this one. Oh, it's actually in an acrylic case. And that's this guy.
Oh,
Hooded Cobra Commander.
So a hooded Cobra Commander on the podium, but this is the Springfield version with the khaki pants, if you can see kind of there.
Yeah.
And he's got the country club jacket on, which has a little crest on him right there as well. So
That is, I love that. I love that design. Like
that's from the Larry Hama Marvel run where he's starting to recruit troops because Commander is just a used car salesman who thinks the world owes him everything. So that's the beginning of Cobra, that figure. So I have the alternate version of that, or the regular version, I should say. And I love it. I fell in love with that figure as soon as I saw it. It's just incredible.